Toastmasters Shrividhya, the negotiation playbook. The negotiation playbook, Toastmasters Shrividhya.
Good morning, everyone. Did you know that 85% of the sales negotiators do not achieve what the other person wants upfront, showing a lack of effective negotiation practices? We all know that negotiation is a, an act of having a common ground on any particular discussion. The first negotiation we ever lost will be attributed to our childhood days. When I was a child and I was of the cartoon watching age, my father used to watch the news because the control stayed with him. Now, when I want to watch the news, my daughter is watching the cartoon because the control stays with her. The first lesson that we ever learned in negotiation says that the person with the control is always advantageous. And somehow that control lies either with the elder generation or the younger generation and not with us. Negotiation is not an argument. In an argument, people talk at each other. But in negotiation, people pretend to listen, thinking what to do next or what to say next. That is the difference, and silence plays a vital role in negotiation. We have seen recently in the news when ceasefires are announced, nothing seems to happen, but that silence has a vital role, and that silence does a lot of job. There is one famous book on negotiation called Getting to an S, written by Roger Fisher. He introduces the concept called principled negotiation. Let me break it down into 5 points. The first point is separate the person and the problem. So, while negotiating, you do not go and say, you are overburdening me. You can just say, the deadline is challenging. The second point is focus on interest and not position. You do not go and say why, what you need. You just explain why you need it. Like, you do not say, I need a raise. It's a very blunt statement. Instead, you can say, I need the raise for my security or for my safety purpose. The third point is focus on objective criteria instead of subjective criteria. Objective criteria is something that has facts and data and that validates what you're saying. Subjective criteria is something like emotions. We all know that Excel will not have emotions. So we have to prove them that we need this raise or we need this promotion, and we have to prove it with our statistics. The fifth point is best alternative to a negotiation agreement. You have to know what is the best alternative. In simple words, even if the deal does not work out, you should you should be okay. The moment you know that you're okay with either way, then your confidence level changes. So I was wondering how can I use all these 5 points in my practical life and how to make you guys understand more about it. When I was wondering, my college friend called me. We were on we were planning to meet on the Thursday because it was a holiday, and she just called me to say that we are not going to meet. I asked her what is the problem. She shared with me about her office experience where she was forced to take up a job of a senior manager. She was hesitant to take up the job because she herself is new to the job, only 6 months old. And also, she was hesitant to say no upfront because she thought it would be impolite. So, she was asking me suggestion on how to deal with the situation. I told her, yeah, just now I read about that getting to yes negotiation. So, I gave her the above 5 points and I told her how to approach her top management. I told her how she can separate the personal criteria and she can focus on how she can focus on the reasoning. I told her how to come up with facts and prove the things to her manager. She followed the above points and she had an opportunity to have a mutual gain. She shared few of her the task of her manager and then she shared the remaining to her another colleague. So this type of mutual consent has to be arrived at during negotiation. Likewise, in all our organization, we have seen negotiation every day. When someone says, let us target to complete this next week, we all know that it is going to be next month, definitely. Likewise, even in salary negotiation, that is the most stressful negotiation of all. In salary negotiation, everything is fine until someone says, okay, let us discuss about compensation. We are told the early bird catches the worm. We come early, stay late, we take up responsibility, we take up ownership, but somehow during the salary discussion, the worm is disappearing. We are told to do market research of the expected salary. We go to Google, we search our expected salary range, and Google says 5 lakhs to 50 lakhs. Wow, excellent. As accurate as my horoscope. So we cannot be as accurate, but also in organizations, we have this concept called variable pay. That is also not accurate because it depends on performance. It is a suspense thriller series for us. Performance of whom? No one really knows. Similarly, in our salary discussions, I can give you one tip on how to get advantage in your manager's books. You can just go to your manager and say, either you give me a raise or I tell everyone that I get a raise. Imagine the plight of your manager. So, in simple terms, when you want to negotiate, the main secret of negotiation is understanding or empathy. Empathy, if you show empathy and understand the other person's needs and wants and also fears, and using that information to your advantage is what helps you in negotiation. If all the above points fails, simply you can just say, I will get back to you later. Thank you, and over to you, TM Modi.
Toastmaster Shrividhya Lakshmi, you have started your speech with your childhood days with your father, where your negotiation was started, which lead our entire life as a part of our life. The opening speech was good as a first part of our speech. Next, you have started. Next, you have shared from your book you have read the Getting to a Yes by Roger Fisher. You have noted down some important points as a formula, how to negotiate and where to negotiate. There is a five important points you have shared. Which one is the important point was one, how to separate from person to problems and focus on interest and not on position, and focus on objective criteria and not on subjective criteria, and so on. And finally you have shifted your speech to your real life connecting with your friend. You have shared your experience with your friend, and you have what you have read in your book, which is useful to her. And then finally you have uh, slipped to your future experience, which is useful to your salary negotiation, and which is not only useful to you, and which is useful to all your colleagues, to how to rise your salary by Google search to confirm the actual criteria. And in this four forms of our speech, it was well structured what you have given in your purpose of your speech. And finally, there is a protocol in our Toastmaster speech to find some points to elevate our speech, because here we are here not only to improve our spoken English, we are here to improve our communication skills. Though, and some of the points I have found, try to find something which area have to be improved. In our while you share your personal experience, if you add some more emotions, it would be more effective to the audience. And if you deliver your speech in your standing mode, it would be more visible to your hand gesture and body language will be more visible to all of us. To sum of our speech, it was well presented and well structured, clearly articulated what you wanted to convey to the audience. I'm so happy to evaluate our speech. It is a good experience to me because you are already in the level 3. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity, and wish you all the best for your further good speech. Thank you.